Oh, hi there, and welcome to the grand old city. I've always pronounced it Castelia, and I'm probably gonna keep doing that because I have the habit in my head, but I believe it's pronounced Castelia. Um, Regardless, uh, right upon walking into the city, you're gonna get a bicycle from a clown. One of the greatest items in any Pokemon game. Just because it makes traveling 10 times easier. And he's also going to tell you about some clown hunt you can go on. There's a bunch of clowns around the city, and you can hunt them down. I also recommend that you immediately set your bicycle. You can like set items by doing things in your menu. This is something that's common in all Pokemon games, but 5th Gen actually allows you to keep yourself a list here, so it makes traveling much easier. This is the first time I've filmed since I got off from college. Like, this is my Christmas break. I'm filming for the first time in a while, so just a few little notes. One, I'm very sorry that college drained the life from me. And I know I haven't been filming much. The last two parts I filmed on Thanksgiving break, but due to papers and finals, I never got a chance to actually edit it or upload it. I would like to upload a lot over Christmas break, so I'm going to be trying my best. I'm hoping when I go back to college in winter, my schedule is a little bit more flexible. So I'm hoping I can kind of be a little bit more frequent in my uploads over my next semester of college. So I'm sorry, but I've always had a very strong studying habits, and I was raised to be a good student, and studies came first for my first semester of college. So I know that I haven't been very active as of late, but thanks for bearing with me. I know Black and White's kind of a little bit been around for a while, but I know some people still buy games for Christmas, and that's coming up. So if you haven't bought Black and White yet, then, well, I'll be doing the walkthrough. Or if you just are continuing to watch for entertainment purposes. One other thing, I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound sick, that's why. I wanted to film today, and then I woke up and I felt really bad, so I'm still filming. So if I like cough or something, I don't really have a cough. I just feel like I want to pass out or something. But anyways, experience share in this building. Let me explain something to you. This city is enormous. This is going to be a very long video. So yeah, very long. There is so much to do in this city. So we're going to just kind of take a tour. There's 6 main parts of the town. There's the front street. There's the 4 kind of streets that you find around the rotating area. And then there's a back street in the back. And I'll kind of go through each of the areas one by one. There is so much you can do here. It's insane. And if you have played Black and White, this is the first area you will recognize. So, you should at least be familiar with the layout of the city if you played Black and White. This girl over here, she's going to ask what starter Pokemon you start as, and depending on what you answer, she's going to give you an item, and that item will be the item that boosts that type of move, 20% Miracle Seed, Mystic Wire, and Charcoal. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm answering Oshawott because I actually did start with Oshawott, but it's in your best interest to just lie and say Oshawott, because you're going to get a Miracle Seed and a Charcoal within the next 2 to 3 parts of this walkthrough. So, unless you absolutely need that 20% boost, you might as well just get Mystic Wire, because that's the item that you're going to get latest down the road. I think you actually get Charcoal within this city itself, like within this part you may get it. Depends on if I split the part or not, because I don't know how long this is gonna take. Anyways, the first clown that you're hunting for is in here. And let's see. Welcome. Use the elevator. You have to actually click the use the elevator, which is irritating. And we're gonna head up to the 47th floor, and there are battles to be had in this place. This is, after all, the Battle Analytics Headquarters. Is that what this place is called? I wasn't really paying attention. The Battle Company. I don't know. A company tour. Let's go. He's going to give you some quick balls for beating him. Quick balls are best used on the first turn of a wild Pokemon battle, and I believe their catch rate is 4 times that of a regular Pokeball on that first turn. I believe that's how they work. It's been a while, so I apologize if I'm giving you bad information. I'll add an annotation if I am. But those are best used on roaming Pokemon. Typically legendary. Some examples of those are like the legendary dogs Suicune, Entei, Raikou, or Latios and Latios, Pokemon of that nature. For regular Pokemon battles, you're better off just using regular Pokeballs and stuff for the sake of saving money. Now, do you really have to go to this place and fight these battles? No, but it's good experience, so I actually do highly recommend coming here. I'm in charge of development, blah blah blah. He's gonna give you a scope lens, which is a hold item that raises Pokemon's critical hit rate by 1 stage, I believe. Going off of memory, I think that's right. Yeah, it raises critical hit. If you have nothing better to put on your Pokemon, that's actually a really decent hold item. You get a couple good hold items early on. Like, I know you get leftovers here pretty soon, which I don't even know if you can get leftovers in the main game of some of the earlier Pokemon games. Anyways, another battle. And your reward for beating him, 5 timer balls. These work better the longer a battle with a wild Pokemon goes on. And I believe that caps at 4 times the effective rate of a Pokeball. Very good against legendaries if you are in the very late stages of a battle. But at that point, if I think it takes like maybe 30 or 40 turns to cap out. If you get to that point in a wild Pokemon battle, you're probably best just resetting your game. Unless it's like a shiny Pokemon that you don't want to let go. Then I can understand that. This guy's got to reach his quota, so he's challenging you. Brilliant. Anyways, we're gonna head up to the 55th floor now. Going up. There aren't quite as many battles to fight up here, but there is some things of interest, starting with an Ether over here. Honestly, I have to say, I don't think I've ever really used an Ether, like, in-game, aside from maybe the Battle Pyramid in Pokemon Emerald, but that's because, like, you didn't really have a choice if you needed power points there. Anyways, you're gonna come up here, and I believe, I'm going from memory here, I think in Black and White you actually fought the janitor, but now this place has a new CEO thing, and it's a kid. If this kid became leader of a company at that age, then I've obviously done something wrong with my life. I don't know how you pull that one off, but bravo. It's like, it makes me think of like pharaohs in ancient Egypt who were little kids, because they could pull that off. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just hallucinating or something. But anyways, I'm gonna walk through the door of restoration. And just like that, I'm at full health, thanks to the powers of video editing. Anyways, continuing our tour, we're gonna head over this way. Passerby Analytics HQ headquarters. This place, honestly, is not something I'm really gonna go over. The main thing that's here is the clown. This place involves surveys and stuff and things, and it's kind of interesting, I guess. But it's mainly like this relies on online stuff, and I'm not here to cover the online aspects of this game. I cover the single player aspects. You can also grab yourself a Pokeball from talking to this person. No, I'm not going to talk to you about gratitude. Bah humbug. Yeah. I am glad it's winter in December in this game, because sometimes things just don't make sense at all, like summer in the middle of October with Halloween. But that's beside the point. Anyways, something else that's on these outside areas is the docks. And a couple of these places can take you to other places. This is Liberty Pier, and it's going to take you to Liberty Garden. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, there's nothing at Liberty Garden, so there's no point in going there at this point in time. Most of these docks actually lead to nothing, so I'm just kind of waltzing by them saying, well, there's nothing here. The next pier is Unity Pier, and there's a boat here that'll take you to Unity Tower. I believe that again has to do with online stuff. To be honest, I didn't really look much into it, other than I know it's not immediately important, so check that out on your own if you're interested. More importantly, on this pier you can get the Destiny Knot. It's not that great of a hold item, but if a Pokemon infatuates you and you fall in love, then it will also fall in love back. This pier is the pier you came from, so I'll skip that. This pier over here is the cruise dock, I think that's what it's called, and here you can board the Royal Unova. Now, in Black and White, I believe the Royal Unova was after game only. Basically, what you do is you pay $1,000 and you ride this in the evening. Now, evening varies by season, like depending on what time it is, but it's sunset time. And you'll get on board and the objects to battle trainers, and you can earn some prizes for it. It's interesting. It's worth checking out if you have the time. It's not evening when I'm filming this, and this part's already going to be long enough, so I'm going to not cover that. Again, that's something you can check out on your own. Heading way over to the east, there is a pier down here. We're going to come back to that later. And then if you want, you could also head over to the Sky Arrow Bridge. But it's unfortunately closed. The two things of interest here are going to be another clown, and you can get the Quick Claw. And since people seem to have this obsession with asking me where the Quick Claw is in Pokemon games, there you have it. Don't ask me, please. Anyways, we're going to cover the streets now of this grand old town, starting with, we'll work from left to right. We're going to start off with gym streets. Well, if it wasn't obvious, the gym is on this street. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, I want to fight the gym leader. Well, your stalker Clyde is going to be like, he's not here. And then somebody's going to come up, and it's Iris. If you've played Black and White, you'll recognize Iris as potentially the 8th gym leader. When she's back in this game, she's going to be like, you're looking for Team Plasma, but they disbanded. What is this madness? Where do suspicious people hide? Well, in a city, I'm sure there's some locations. Anyway, she's going to wander off, and you have to actually do this in order to progress the storyline. We'll cover the change in the storyline in the next part, because this city still has a million things to do in it. Anyways, so that's the gym. Up here, you can wander on in. And this room has the name raider here, so if you want to change your Pokemon's nickname, this is the guy you want to do it. And this person will massage your Pokemon. This is very convenient for Pokemon that evolve through friendliness. And there's a lot of them in this early portion of the game. So massages boost your Pokemon's friendship. Now that's a hidden value that you can't necessarily check, but it's something worth keeping in mind. Feeling checker, yada yada yada. Heading up to the second floor. The second floor honestly doesn't have anything of interest on it, aside from, I think this is the last of the clowns. Anyways, this floor people will talk about medals and stuff, because medals are the new hip and trendy thing. Anyways, heading up to the third floor. You may recognize the people up here because they were important at the beginning of Black and White with the Dream Yard stuff. If you talk to this person, your PC will no longer be called someone's PC, and it will be called a Menita. Why do people have to have such complicated names? So these people mainly inform you of information. If most of this stuff pertains to online things, game sync, blah blah blah, Dream World, it's worth checking out. Also, if you come back here after beating the game, I think I'm going from memory here. I believe you can get an Eevee here, and it has like a hidden ability. It's like a Dream World ability. And the evolution of whatever you evolve it into will also have that, like a fancy ability. I'm going off of memory, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure after you beat the Elite Four you can do that. That takes care of this street. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Using your bike actually does make this place so much easier to get around. After completing the clown hunt, you can come back and talk to the clown. And he's gonna be like, you found them all! And he's gonna give you a rare candy. Rare candies are nice, they level up your Pokemon one level. I highly recommend you don't use them though. Rare candies are good for specific situations, like testing if your friendship's high enough to evolve a Pokemon. Or if you are going to use them, you want to use them when your Pokemon's level 95 and you're almost at 100, because it takes forever to level up Pokemon by that point. Where did I put those sunglasses? They're on your face. You are a brilliant man. He's going to give you TM70 Flash. You may know TM70 Flash as also an HM in older Pokemon games. It lights up darker areas, and that's its purpose in this game. As an in-battle move, it lowers a Pokemon's accuracy, and I don't recommend you teach it to Pokemon. You may want to put that on an HM slave even though it's a TM, because, well, it's a bad move. If you come in here, you can get yourself a Moo Moo Milk. That's honestly the only thing of interest here. I want to say that there was like some Japanese event that utilized this place. I don't know if it was in America. I don't really pay much attention to events, so I apologize for my lack of information on that kind of stuff. Grin. You can't be serious, am I right? Yeah. Well, there's obviously some shady activity going on here. Oh boy. Why would you put that in a game, Pokemon? Why would you put a shady, crooked street where there's probably drug deals going on? That's bad. Don't do drugs, kids. It's just not worth it. Trust me.